what's up, everybody? Welcome back to On the Ropes. I'm Pat Healy, joined by Michael Olajide.
What's up?
First off, we're going to start with the ESPN card this weekend. Two great fights. We have the main event, Inoue versus Maloney, and Maloney Mayer headlining the co-main event against BRODNICKA for a title fight. But starting out, let's jump right into the main event here. We got Inoue versus Maloney. Inoue is the king of the bantamweight division. He's a monster. What are your thoughts on him, and what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, he's a terrorizer. Yeah, he's almost like John the Beast Mugabe. He's just throttling all competition. He had that. I saw a bit of his fight against Nonito Donaire, and even though Nonito is not the Nonito of the pound for pound days, he's still a very hard puncher and very talented. That was a real competitive fight, and anyone who hasn't seen it should go quickly and take a look at it up on YouTube.
Exactly. And I think with that last fight too, like everyone has a lot of hype around Inoue. They even have him in the top 5 pound for pound, a lot of people. But that
don't go there that quick.
You're not buying in yet?
I think you're right. I think he is good like that. Like he has the potential to be that good, but there's someone out there that's got his poison, because there's someone out there for everybody. There's an answer for everything. It's just, we need to be exposed to him more, and I'm glad we're finally getting a look at it. They're bringing him out of Japan. They're putting him in front of our face. He's exciting. He's energetic. He's like, he's fresh. He's something new. I like that. But before I start talking about pound for pound, I'm going to have to see him a little bit more.
So before we put him in the pound for pound, I will say, though, like you said, his last fight against Nonito Donaire was a war, and he came through a lot of adversity. He took some damage, he got hurt at times, and he came back and had a dominant performance. What does that do for him in his career now, having a test like that?
I think it all depends on his psyche and how he's going to take it. The shot he got hit with was a beautiful counter shot. I mean, he threw a jab, Donaire dropped, came over with that right hand and caught him right in the point of the chin and had him buzzed really good. I mean, if Nonito could have put something a little bit more together, the fight wouldn't have had the outcome it did. But he showed a lot of great heart, and just that's when you really test the mettle of an individual. When they've been hurt, what do they do? Because that's when you can tell an individual's character and personality, their fight personality. So he overcame the adversity, came back and dropped Nonito himself in the last round, and went on to a victory. So you can say nothing but good from it. But those kinds of experiences aren't the best thing to have all the time.
Do you give Maloney, he's a fighter from Australia. All but one of his wins are against Australian fighters, 18 knockouts, 21 wins. Do you give him any sort of a chance in this fight against the monster?
Well, knowing how they like to do things in boxing, this is something he came off, maybe a good fight, or this is his, I wouldn't want to say coronation, but this is his coming out fight, and this is how they're going to announce him to the rest of the world. So they want it to be a good fight. They want it to be competitive. They want this kid to be young and fresh. But I think he's being fed to the monsters. Yeah, I think he's the
Halloween weekend, right?
Yes, and absolutely, it's going to be. I don't know if this is going to be much of a thriller. But if you like seeing people getting their heads bounced and like people getting getting hit and knocked down and that whole excitement of it, this is going to be a good fight to watch, because there will be fireworks.
I agree with you, and I'm taking Inoue, no doubt. I believe you are with your breakdown there. He's the obvious pick, I think, in this matchup, but it's going to be an exciting fight, so make sure to tune in. It's a great showcase for a star in Inoue.
I'm on to watch in the future. You're absolutely right.
And on the co-main event of this, talking about another rising star, we have Maloney Mayer from the U.S., trained by Al Mitchell, former Olympian. And recently, today, her opponent, who was the current champ, lost the title on the scale. So now, it's a vacant title. BRODNICKA can't win the title back, even if she wins the fight. Maloney Mayer can, however, and she's favored to do so. So, I mean, what do you think about, all that kind of recent news, maybe the mentality of BRODNICKA missing weight only by 0.1 pounds? What's your reaction to that?
My initial reaction is, how do you win a title if the champion's been stripped of the title and they're fighting for 12 rounds anyway. I don't know how you fight for the title if the champ is not going to be defending the title or is not the champion going into the ring. So I don't know. I don't quite know how that works out. It just seems very confusing to me. But this young lady, she's good. She's good with her hands. She's, Al Mitchell, of course, is somebody who's highly respected in boxing. Was a talented fighter in his own right, and he's taught her very well. I think that I haven't seen the other young lady fight the champ who's been stripped of the title. Yeah. But again, it's another one of those. It's a coronation for the youth. The youth is coming up, and she's got a chance to shine. And this is the perfect style for her to shine against. We'll see.
No doubt. It's a good card for ESPN to have a guy like Inoue, obviously a breakout star, introduce him to the U.S. a little bit more, and then alongside Michaela Mayer, who they're really pushing, and I really believe is going to be, has that superstar potential. She's got the look.
She has that Nike thing going on. I'm sure Nike or Adidas, someone's going to snap her.
You're on the billboards and everything.
Yeah. All she's got to do is keep winning, baby. Just win. And I think that's kind of interesting because now she's going to start being looked at under not the light of a female fighter, but under the light of a boxer. And so we're going to start analyzing her as you would a boxer. Once you start doing that, it breaks down differently. And in watching her fight before, I kind of see some flaws that more experienced fighters and very sharp fighters may be able to take advantage of. Because the standard of women's boxing, obviously, because they haven't been doing it as long as men have been, it's not at that same level. It's almost like it's a first generational thing. And then the girls that are good, like Mayer, who have a lot of experience in the ring, they tend to just lord over all the rest of them. But as we go on, we're going to start, you're going to start getting to the cream of the crop, and we're going to see what she's really all about and how she executes and strengths and weaknesses. And it's going to be interesting. I like seeing how a person evolves in the ring. I love that.
Yeah, a lot of questions to be answered this weekend on ESPN. So everyone go check that out. Halloween, we got the monster Inoue in the main event looking for a knockout, and then another rising star in Michaela Mayer. So everyone go check that out on ESPN. This was On the Ropes. Appreciate it. Go check it out this weekend.
Enjoy yourself.
Peace.